Hello, my name is Alexis Jacobs, and today I'm going to be asking you a very important question. And that question is, what kind of listener are you? So, there are actually four different kinds of listeners. A lot of people don't know that, but there's different categories of listening. And the important question when I go through these is to ask yourself why it is that you listen. What are you searching for in a conversation when you're listening to somebody talk? When you're listening to me talk right now, what exactly is it that you're searching for as I speak to you? Most people only fall into one of these categories. Some people may fall into two, but typically you're only going to fall into one of these. The first listener is going to be a relational listener. This is personally my favorite because this is what I am. I am an emotional listener. So the relational listener is going to connect best with somebody who likes to tell stories, that likes to add a little extra detail, a little extra oomph to the conversation, and creates a storyline and gives a lot of emotional details. This person is going to want to find a human perspective to an argument. You're going to want to find an emotional connection to an argument, and you're going to search for an emotional understanding behind the message. This is also going to be somebody who is typically empathetic and caring, and you're going to be somebody who is wanting to solve the problem through figuring out how you can solve the problem while making the person feel the best way that they can. The next kind of listener is going to be a critical listener. So a critical listener is going to be a truth seeker. So you're going to be somebody who wants the facts. You are going to question the speaker's reliability. So you want to make sure that whoever you're listening to is truthful and has a good background to them. You're going to search for organized details in the conversation, and you're going to want to make sure that you have all of the details that lead up to it before you figure out your conclusion. So you're not going to be somebody who jumps to conclusions. You're going to definitely soak in every bit of the conversation before you decide what it is you want to do or what it is you're going to judge about the conversation. So if this falls into your category, you might be a critical listener. The next one is going to be an analytical listener. So an analytical listener is going to be somebody who comes at a conversation from a neutral ground, very, very non-biased. You're going to ask for all of the facts and you're going to search for logic in the conversation. But because you search for logic, you have a hard time when people make a decision that was not very logical. So this may cause you to jump to conclusions a little bit quicker because you're more focused on the logic behind a situation than you are so about the exact details and emotions behind it. The main focus is going to be coming up with all of the facts and then deciding if you felt like that was a smart idea or not. You will also be somebody who tends to be a little bit more blunt, so you might offer more of a bit of a reality check to whoever is listening. So that might be something if you have been told in the past that you offered a little bit too much of a reality check. You might be an analytical listener. The final one is going to be a task-oriented listener. So this is going to be somebody who their main focus is going to be, what is the problem? How do I solve it? And how do I solve it quickly? You're going to look for the solution immediately. You are not looking to connect with whoever it is that's speaking. You want the important information, you want it quickly, and you want it efficiently. Because of this, you might also be somebody who hurts feelings a little bit during the process of this, because you are definitely not concerned with the feelings of the speaker, and you are concerned with how you're going to get whatever it is you want done fast. So if you have been told in the past, like the previous listener, that you are a little bit too blunt and you notice that you don't focus too much on the emotion behind a conversation, you might be a task-oriented listener. So those are the four listeners. I'm very curious, which one are you? I hope that I was able to help you kind of figure out what kind of listener you are throughout this, and thank you.